All right, with the San Diego Comic-Con 2024 just officially wrapped up a couple weekends ago, I thought I'd show you guys the items that were revealed by Hasbro that really kind of stood out for me, particularly with the Transformers, G.I.Joe Classified series, Marvel Legends, and the Star Wars The Black series. And I'm also going to maybe tell you guys initial thoughts on whether I'm going to pre-order them or get them in the future, so you guys have an idea of my upcoming reviews. So with that, let's get right to it. Up first is Transformers. Here are the things that I thought were pretty interesting. We start off with the San Diego Comic-Con 2024 exclusive 2-pack of the Cybertronian Transformers Legacy United Voyager class minor Megatron, I should say, or just Megatron, and Orion Security Officer Orion packs. This is the Fractured Friendship 2-pack. I actually thought this was pretty interesting. The Megatron, I'm honestly not interested. Good sword though, good weapons though, but this is like the 20th remold? Something like that. They've been milking this mold for forever, and I'm not really interested in getting another one. But this Orion packs, this is a bigger version of the Gamer Edition Optimus Prime. It's a Voyager class, but they beefed it up. It feels like somewhere in between a leader class and a Voyager class based on some of the comparison pics floating around online. And I am actually interested in that Orion packs. Not super interested, but he's actually looking pretty good. The legs are longer, the torso is kind of bigger. I'm really on the fence on this one because I don't know if it's worth getting if you only like one of the figures, and the other one is just trash, but we'll see how it goes. This was I don't know if it was officially revealed, but they had this on display at the booth, and there were some photos of this reissue. This is a reissue of the G1 old 1986 or 1984 Transformers Optimus Prime, and the big difference is I don't think there's any chrome. I think this is a cartoon accurate redeco. It's going to be a Walmart exclusive as always, 40th anniversary item, and I think they got rid of all the chrome. This is not a missing link figure like what Takara Tomy is releasing. It is the old figure, but no chrome. I honestly don't get that. Man, this is absolutely useless to me. I don't think this is worth getting. I was kind of hoping I'd get this because the trailer might have that spring-loaded launching feature, but without the chrome, this thing is basically useless. Okay, let's move on to upcoming releases. We've got Studio Series figures. First up is a repack of the Reactivate Bumblebee. This is a deluxe class figure packed together with the Starscream figure, but apparently out of all the Reactivate figures, the Bumblebee figure is probably the most popular. That's why they're re-releasing it as a single figure for the Studio Series line. Still looking good. My biggest issue with this one was really the transformation, but somehow I decided to pre-order this one. It was selling for $25 on Amazon. I said, why not? Since I already sold off all my Reactivate figures, can't hurt to get this again. Up next is Ratchet, done in his Nestle cream color-coded motif with some cherry and strawberry drizzling. Oh my goodness, this is one horrible figure. Nope, this is definitely a hard pass. I don't think I'll be pre-ordering this one. Even at $35, that white plastic, it's looking I don't know if it's gonna be yellowing, but it's glossy enough. I don't know, but I did not pre-order this figure, sorry. Core Class Bumblebee movie Starscream. Oh man, I think the Core Class should stop doing this. They should just focus on the really small scaled figures from the G1 line and just stop it with the movie verse. It looks interesting, but I'm just not into this Core Class. I didn't even like the Voyager class version of this figure, so I doubt I'll be getting this one. And then we have from the upcoming movie Transformers 1, we've got Deluxe Class Studio Series Megatron. This was, I think, an obvious release because we've already gotten the Studio Series Deluxe Class Optimus, and he's got to have his buddy Megatron. But what I'm getting is the mold looks okay, but it's just the color or lack of details on the paint apps and all that's really ruining this figure for me. It looks so plain, and the gray seems to be already yellowing. Or is this one of their pre-yellowing type of color motif that they decided to do, since they're worried about their plastic yellowing, so they decided to just make it yellow to begin with. Tank mode looks pretty good, but no, I did not pre-order this figure. Yet another expected repaint, an inevitable redeco of the mold. This is the concept art Frenzy. We had Rumble, so it was obvious that we're going to do this one. Transforms into an engine block or a trash compacted piece of debris. I don't know. I've sold off my Soundwave and Ravage and concept art Rumble, so I doubt I'll be getting this. This is an easy pass for me. And then we have, from the movie Revenge of the Fallen, Studio Series Jetfire, Optimus, and 3 accessories. Oh, not accessories, sorry, my bad. 3 accessory-looking robot fembots, RC, Chromia, and Elita 1 that are basically just accessories, man. They're sort of sold off as deluxes. And this is celebrating the 15-year anniversary of the Revenge of the Fallen movie. Man, I feel old, and I thought this was a missed opportunity. There were so many other characters they could have put together with Optimus and Jetfire to really make a commemorative set. I agree, this Voyager Optimus and this Leader Jetfire, they should be together. A lot of people have found it difficult to get those two. But apparently, the 3 Fembot motorcycles, it's selling for ridiculous money online. Apparently, it was short-packed, or distribution was, as usual, crappy for Hasbro. A lot of collectors weren't able to get them, and they decided they only had budget for accessories, and instead of adding blast effects and whatnot, they decided to re-release this deluxe set. It's actually sold as a deluxe class, those 3 figures. But if you ask me, the better set would have been, you've got Jetfire, you've got Optimus. They should have put Jolt, because Jolt was the one responsible for creating that Jetwing Optimus Prime. They should have put Sideswipe, because that Sideswipe, the one with the roof, is so ridiculously difficult to obtain right now. Everyone's just letting go of the convertible version, but the one with the roof, very, very difficult, selling for a ridiculous amount of money online. They should have put Jolt and Sideswipe. I think they could have charged maybe $150, $170 for this one. They added those figures that people were really finding it difficult to obtain. Maybe put Dino in. I think that would have been a great set if you have 3 deluxes, a Voyager, and a Leader class. You got Jetfire, Optimus, you've got Dino, Sideswipe, and Jolt, 3 incredibly difficult to find deluxes for the Studio Series line. They sell this for $200. People are gonna buy it. I might actually think of getting it, because I don't know if you guys know, but Revenge of the Fallen, out of all the Michael Bay films, was my favorite for some reason. I know everybody hated it, but I really loved that movie, and I probably would have pre-ordered this set had they done that. Now, this one is one thing I did not hesitate to pre-order. This is the Transformers X, or collaborative with Knight Rider, and I grew up watching Michael Knight and Kit Knight Rider. When I heard rumors about this, I told myself I don't think I'll be able to resist pre-ordering it, and sure enough, it came true. It happened. I pre-ordered this one the second it dropped on Amazon. Oh, he looks great in robot mode. He kind of feels like Jazz or Prowl, Jazz legs and Prowl torso. Probably I'm jumping the gun here, but probably my biggest complaint would be for this figure are the doors. No problem with the wings on the robot, but because of that kind of transformation, I don't think we'll get the gull wing effect on this car mode, which is a shame, because that's one of the features that the old Knight Rider, the Kit 2000, the Kit car, Knight Invention 2000, that's why it's called Kit. That was one of the things that was really impressive about the figure back in the car back in the 80s, and the wings would just open up. And I don't think it's gonna happen with this one, but we do get the pop-up headlights. Interesting. So excited to get this one. I pre-ordered it on Amazon. If you guys want the link, I'll put the link in the description box below. And then they dropped this one. It's a G.I. Joe collaborative, and quite frankly, after that Bumblebee, I was done with the G.I. Joe Transformers collaborative. I didn't even pick up Soundwave. This one looked interesting because that Triple T, my brother had it when I was a kid, and I loved it. He didn't want to share it with us. He didn't even want to trade it. I was trading him the Mamba. I traded him the Bug. He said no. He's keeping Sergeant Slaughter and the Marauders. We had the O-ring figures for Slaughter and the Marauders. Did not have Leatherneck though, but we had this Triple T. I thought it was one of the coolest vehicles from the G.I. Joe line. It was a single pilot sort of mini tank. Then 3 other figures could ride, or 2 other figures could ride on the side. It was amazing. Oh man. And I thought, I'd get this, but then they decided to turn him into Cup. I mean, seriously, Hasbro, they have all the possible G1 characters. You could have chosen Jazz, Ratchet, or I don't know, but they decided to choose Cup because Cup was also a sergeant, and there you go, Sergeant Slaughter with Sergeant Cup. And the figure looks absolutely horrible. I'm gonna end up hating this one, and it costs so much, like $90. I think that's the cheapest, like on Amazon. This was a really tempting figure or set, but no, this is an easy pass for me. And then we have the Amazon exclusive Deluxe class and Voyager class. We've got the last member of the trio of the Trigger Cons in the modern version. We've got Ruckus together with a new retooled version of Bludgeon. Ruckus actually looks pretty interesting. He is a retool of the Beachcomber mold, and out of all the 3 Trigger Cons, Windsweeper and Crankcase, he's the one that actually looks like he's got a Trigger Cons special added effect, but it doesn't work. I'm sure it's not spring loaded, but the way the weapons have been positioned, it feels like they're spring loaded, and that kind of is a good callback to the Trigger Con gimmick. And a Beachcomber mold, it's probably going to get rubber tires. He looks great. The only concern I have with this figure is it feels like he's wearing those 6-inch stiletto high heels and he's having trouble standing up. Bludgeon, on the other hand, this one, he really got to me. He's got a new chest from the looks of it. He's looking more like the robot inside the Pretender, because the first version of Bludgeon looks more like the Pretender shell, even the colors. This one looks more like the robot inside that shell. And if you look at that head sculpt, oh man, he's got that Cthulhu type of mouth, chin going on. Oh man, I did not hesitate to pre-order this after I saw these images. Pre-ordered it on Amazon. Man, so excited to get this set. I think the initial purpose of these core class Dinobots, this is the 6-pack, core class 6-pack of Dino King. So if you watched Victory, you're gonna love this set. I actually sold off my G1 Dinobot core class legacy figures. They were cool, they're cute, but they didn't really do it for me, even if they combined. This set looks very cool. Not entirely sure how accurate they are to the Victory characters. I don't think they are accurate though, but the colors do look like the ones we saw. If you love the old core class Dinobots, you're gonna love this redeco. Combined mode looks great. He got a gun, he's got this axe. I think it's gonna be great, but no, I don't think this is for me. This was a pass for me. Just a couple more things for Transformers. Oh, they did not reveal this one at Comic-Con. I think this was revealed by Takara Tomy in Japan. I think they revealed this through Amazon Japan. This is Transformers 1 Leader Class Brave Commander Optimus Prime. It is, like a million times better than the Deluxe Class Studio Series Optimus Prime. I think this is one of those one-shot deals. Like, I don't know if you guys remember the Age of Extinction Earth mode or stealth mode. Optimus Prime was a leader class that Takara Tomy released. I think this is going to be something like that. He looks great in robot mode and car mode. He's got the gold matrix of leadership. He looks absolutely phenomenal, but my biggest problem with this figure is that backpack. I think all the truck bits, the roof, the front grille, the windows of the truck just folded at the back, and that I think is a deal breaker for me. And finally, quite possibly the best reveal at San Diego, well, pseudo reveal actually, is this Transformers Studio Series 86 from the movie Transformers the movie. Back in 1986, we've got the Commander class Optimus Prime. If you remember my review of the Commander class Studio Series 86 Ultra Magnus, I did mention that I was worried about the rumored Commander class Optimus Prime. It was going to be a repack of the Earthrise or Kingdom Optimus Prime with a bunch of accessories. And thank the Allspark Hasbro did us a number on this one. This is an amazing figure. It's a brand new sculpt, much bigger than the Earthrise figure. New trailer, new weapons, same blast effect though, new gun, new matrix, new everything. I am loving this figure. The figure looks amazing, and shame on Hasbro for just doing a low-key drop on this one. They offered the pre-order on Amazon Prime Day. They offered Prime on Prime Day. What a stupid marketing move. This is the Optimus Prime for the Generations line. The one from the movie that every collector wants. They should have done a proper reveal, proper announcement of the drop of the pre-order. But no. It's like they felt that nobody was going to buy this thing. And come on, man. Such amazing geniuses at work at the marketing offices of Hasbro. How could you not do an extensive and proper marketing campaign for this figure? Trailer truck mode looks absolutely great, phenomenal. He is bordering on masterpiece level for a mainline figure. I think this is Hasbro's attempt, or Takara Tomi's attempt at sort of doing a MP44 version for a mainline figure, and he looks great. However, that backpack is sticking out so badly, and that chest looks to be so much up in front. I'll probably gonna hate those when I review this figure, but thanks to my good buddy Ryan for giving me the heads up on the pre-order on this one on Amazon. I can still show you guys, share the link with you. I'll post it in the description box, but I don't think it'll be of any use because it's sold out 10 minutes after it dropped. I mean, come on, Hasbro. For those of you who know what these blast effects symbolized, it is the onset of the greatest scene in that movie in 1986, where Optimus Prime boosts up and transforms and shoots the crap out of every Decepticon on sight. Oh my goodness. All right, Transformers done. The next few sections of this video is going to be for G.I.Joe, Marvel Legends, and Star Wars The Black Series. If you're not interested in those, you can go ahead and leave this video, go watch another video I have on my channel. But that's it for Transformers. Let's move on to the G.I.Joe Classified series, celebrating again 60 years. We've got two new generic military figures. We've got the Sniper and the Halo Jumper. Sniper looks actually pretty good, pretty interesting. This one is very tempting. It's just that I feel if I start on these the series, I'm gonna end up getting all of them, which I don't want to. Halo Jumper, I'm not really interested in this one. Not interested, but it looked great. Oh my goodness, this guy looks amazing. He looks like a vulture. He is Raptor. We did have the O-ring growing up as a kid, and he had this weird, funny, like, bird costume with the soft goods, flocked cape. I thought he was a very corny character, but him looking like the Marvel Legends or the Marvel Universe MCU Vulture, look at this guy. Oh man, I was so tempted to get this one. It's just that the character wasn't anything particularly special to me, so I decided to skip him. They did great shots with this guy. Oh, look at this. The wings act as shields. He's like the Vulture and Falcon Captain America combined into one. I mean, with the Wolverine claws, just terrific. Then we have Road Pig. Oh man, I'm not collecting the Dreadnoks. I stayed away from the Dreadnoks because, knowing myself, I would totally get every single one of them, even if I didn't like any of those figures 100%. But this one is looking to be the best Dreadnok release so far. He's a deluxe set. Oh man, with his dog Raucous and a ton of accessories. It is so tempting. Now this 2-pack was actually interesting. You've got the Steel Brigade Corps remold, and you've got an Iron Grenadier remold, I think. He looks great in these colors. And this Twilight Guard, man, this looks like a proper Iron Grenadier, although he's not. I wouldn't be surprised if they remolded this figure into Destro with the gold helmet, the gold head, and his despoiler. It looks absolutely fantastic. I'm trying to stay away from the troop builders, so this might be a pass for me. And then we have Starduster. Oh my goodness, if I remember correctly, this was a mail-away figure back in the day, if you know what I'm talking about. Oh man, it shows our age, and you would need to send Hasbro some proofs of purchase. I don't know if it were cereal boxes or you have to purchase some G.I. Joe vehicles, but anyway, you had to send these to Hasbro in the US, and we lived in Manila, so we had to send it through my uncle in Canada, and it was a painstaking wait. It took us like 3 months just to get this guy. I think we got two of them, and it was a special character figure that you'd only get through that mail away figure, and he looks absolutely gorgeous in this new modern take. He's got the jetpack, he's got rifles, he's got the smoke effects, the blast effects, he's got two helmets. Oh my goodness. Once a man. Didn't think they would do this figure though, but for those fans of the old G.I. Joe movie, spoiler alert, Cobra Commander used to be a snake. And the society, the ancient society of Cobra Law, had actually turned him into a man so that he would lead Cobra forces and take over the world, but he failed. So Globulus took it upon him to punish Cobra Commander and turn him back to his original form, which was a snake. And he actually ends up helping the Joes. I don't know. Sorry, spoiler alert, but it's one of the more memorable scenes in that movie. But I didn't actually think they would do this character, but interesting, but it's not for me. 2-pack from Walmart, yet another Walmart exclusive, the properly sculpted head sculpt of Falcon, and she's got his partner, Quarrel. I have no idea who Quarrel is, I'm sorry. Was it from the game or comic book? She looks interesting though, and this is a really interesting new design, Night Force design for Falcon, and very tempting, but nope, I don't think so. And now on to the Marvel Legends. Oh, it was a mixed bag for me. There were some figures that I thought I pre-ordered immediately the sooner the pre-orders dropped, but a lot of the reveals weren't really doing it for me. So let's begin with the Sentinel pack. This is interesting. It's a good throwback to the arcade X-Men game, but the smaller version of the Sentinels, but it's free for an arcade display, which I'm really not interested in, so I did not pre-order this one. Then we have finally the movie accurate Deadpool and Wolverine figures. I could not pre-order these fast enough. I waited for them to drop on Amazon. It was like, I think they dropped at like 5 a.m. here in Manila time. I pre-ordered Wolverine and Deadpool. Like Wolverine was sold out a minute after the pre-order drop, maybe 2 minutes. Deadpool sold out like 5 minutes, and that the Logan figure, well, it's still available on Amazon, but crazy pre-order. Thank goodness I was able to get my pre-orders in. I hope Amazon does not cancel my orders, because I wasn't initially planning on getting these Wolverine and Deadpool figures, because I honestly thought when they were first kind of leaked, they didn't look accurate. But after seeing the movie, and then finally on San Diego Comic-Con, they actually revealed the figures, I was thinking, wow, they actually got it right. So I decided to get them. I'll probably end up reviewing and flipping them, but we'll see. This is looking to be two of the best figures for the movie line of Marvel Legends. Deadpool looks amazing. Wolverine looks equally fantastic. Oh, wow. That Hugh Jackman head sculpt's gonna look great. And then we have from the Inhumans comic version of Crystal and Lockjaw. For all these fans of the Inhumans, this is a welcome set. Thankfully, I'm not a fan of the Inhumans. Another Walmart exclusive, the repainted Quicksilver, done in this green costume. A lot of the old 90s Avengers fans are gonna want this guy. Thankfully, I'm not one of those. This is the kind of exclusives that they should give to Walmart and Target, just the repaints, not the major characters. And thankfully, Deadpool and Wolverine, they weren't Walmart or Target exclusives. Doctor Strange and Wong, very interesting. First time we're seeing Wong and Doctor Strange. They look great, but not that big enough of a fan for me to pre-order this, so sorry. And we have an all-new Punisher with Bushwhacker. First time I think we're seeing Bushwhacker in the Marvel Legends line, or did Toy Biz do one? Not one of my favorites of the reveals. For Punisher fans, this is great, but this is not for me. Did not pre-order it, sorry. This one is actually a pretty cool figure. It's a huge Colossus figure. I'm a big fan of Colossus, but not that big enough of a fan of the movie version of Colossus in Deadpool. I don't know. I'm trying to be strong. I'm trying to just cherry pick the Marvel Legends. Just really get the ones I really like, because I'm thinking I'm not going to keep this one. This is probably just a review and flip kind of figure, but the price it was going for what, $60? $55? I didn't think it was worth getting at that time. Maybe if it goes on clearance, I might think about it, but not really a priority figure for me, but the Wolverine Deadpool figures they were absolute must-haves. Now this one is interesting. It is the repacked Build-A-Figure of Venom Pool. I mean, I did not get that figure. I had a difficult time getting it because scalpers were always after a bunch of the figures in this wave, and you could not build the figure with the ones left on the pegs and on the shelf. And now they've redone this guy, and I kind of expected this was going to happen. That's what Hasbro's doing now. All the Build-A-Figures, repacking them as deluxe figures. It's a good and a bad move at the same time, because you're conditioning the minds of people that they don't have to get the entire wave of figures for the Build-A-Figure wave, because they know that Hasbro is just going to repack the Build-A-Figure into a deluxe figure, so that will diminish your sales for the waves. Because one of the appeals of the Build-A-Figure wave was you want to get all the figures, even the crappy ones, because you want to get the figure, the BAF figure. But with this kind of setup, you're not going to expect a lot of collectors to actually do that anymore. I can't expect them to buy every single figure in the wave. So I'm kind of looking forward to getting this one, but it is a Target exclusive, and it's going to be a pain to get here in Asia because we don't have Target stores. Hobby shops are going to be selling this for a premium. The final reveal for Marvel Legends was a Dragon Man, and I thought this was a genius move on Hasbro. The Dragon Man figure from Toy Biz is selling for what, $300, $500, $1,000 online? It's crazy. One of the rarest figures, and now Hasbro's done an updated version, and it looks amazing. It looks way better than the Toy Biz version, if you're asking me. Good thing I'm not into the Fantastic Four or this figure, so this is an easy pass for me. It's probably going to be selling for what, 60, 70 bucks? It's going to be bigger than a deluxe figure, so it's probably going to be at least $70 when they pre-order this one. So that's it for Marvel Legends. If you're just after the Marvel Legends G.I.Joe Transformers, then you can stop watching right now. Go watch another one of my videos on my channel. But if you still want to see the reveals for the Star Wars, specifically the Black Series figures, which I was interested in, go ahead and watch on. So we start with the Imperial Armored Commando from the Mandalorian show. It looks great, but like I said in my the G.I.Joe section, I'm trying to stay away from troop building figures. So this one, amazing as it is, I did not pre-order this one. I think this is a pass for me. This one, on the other hand, I pre-ordered Ahsoka the White from Star Wars Ahsoka, when she transformed from Ahsoka the Grey, and she healed up and transformed after the world within worlds, or she was in limbo, and the space between worlds. I can't remember what it was called, but after meeting Anakin in a dream walking or something, she heals up and transforms into a white costumed instead of gray costumed Ahsoka. And this is interesting because I think it's not a redeco. From the way the knees look and the bits of the arms and even that head sculpt, I think this is a kind of a brand new mold. Maybe the waist cape is similar, and maybe the torso and shoulders might be similar, but the legs look different. The lower arms look different. The head sculpt kind of looks different. Sabers are probably the same. So I went ahead and pre-ordered this one. Oh my goodness, another Ahsoka. So I don't know, big fan of Ahsoka. It's like big fan of Darth Vader and Luke Skywalker. I can't get enough of their figures. So yeah, I pre-ordered this one. This one, on the other hand, IG-12 and Grogu, it was tempting, but no. This guy lasted only for like one episode, and they keep destroying and resurrecting IG-12, so I'm not sure I need this in my collection. And they're selling him with two small accessories, technically. Three. Grogu and those two little alien mechanics. It was very tempting because it's such a cool thing, but it's a very gimmicky figure. I just don't think it's for me, so I did not pre-order this one. Now, this was interesting. When pre-orders dropped, 1 second, these two were sold out on Amazon. I kid you not. I couldn't even get this on my cart. They were just literally unavailable. And then 24 hours later, or 24 or 48 hours later, the pre-orders went up again. And I thought, why not? I wanted Vernestra Rowe so badly. I don't know why. I thought she was so badass on the show. So I pre-ordered Vernestra with Ahsoka, the white, and Basil, on the other hand, he was going for 25 bucks as well, but he was such a tiny figure, and I was hoping they would put more accessories with this guy, but they didn't. They just added Pip, the Pip droid, and that was it. And it's like buying an Ewok at regular retail price, and I figured I don't think it was justified for that, even at 25 bucks. So the pre-orders are still there. I'm going to share it in the comment section below if you want, together with Ahsoka. But I did not pre-order Basil. So I don't know. Maybe if I see it in the store, if it looks interesting enough, I might go ahead and get it. But I thought he was cute on the show, but I didn't have a strong enough connection with the character to actually go ahead and get a Black Series figure. And then we have this, the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive Darth Maul, and with the speeder bike, with the Sith speeder actually. And I had the old 3.75-inch figure set with the speeder bike, and it was one of my favorite figures of all time. But I had already pre-ordered the 3-pack with Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan, the Duel of the Fates 3-pack, and it's just going to be the same figure. Do I really need the Sith speeder that badly? And it's selling for what, close to $100 from hobby shops, because we don't have Pulse here in Manila. I didn't go to Comic-Con, so it's gonna be close to $100 or $90, and I don't know. It's really such a tempting set, and come on, Hasbro, you're killing me here. If one of my favorite hobby shops has extra stocks for the shelf and I can haggle for a price lower than $90, I might go ahead and pull the trigger on this one, but definitely not pre-ordering it. This new Darth Maul looks absolutely great with the new head sculpt, new lightsabers, that soft goods robe. Oh, Hasbro, you're killing me. So that's it for Comic-Con. Those were the reveals and figures and pseudo reveals that I thought were a bit of a standout from Transformers, the Black Series, G.I.Joe Classified Series, and Marvel Legends. There's going to be PulseCon in September, but not before Disney D23 this month in August. So we'll get more reveals there, but I think Transformers reveals and G.I.Joe reveals are going to be saved for PulseCon. I hope we get more Transformers reveals, because out of all the 4 toy brands I discussed, the Transformers were kind of the ones that were lackluster, despite having my favorite reveal of all, the Pseudo Series 86 Commander Class Optimus Prime. But hopefully we'll get more reveals. Now this is a PulseCon exclusive, the Stap and Battle Droid. No, this is easy pass for me. So there you go, folks. Let me know what you guys think out of all the reveals for San Diego Comic-Con 2024. Transformers, Marvel Legends, Star Wars The Black Series, and G.I.Joe Classified Series. Which ones were your favorite? Were my favorites also your favorites? Which ones did you pre-order? Which ones are a hard pass for you guys? Let me know in the comment section. And as always, hit that notification bell so you never miss out on any of my latest video reviews. And if it's your first time here, please subscribe. Thanks for watching.